All right, I called you. Let's see what happens. Hello.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, it's working. How you
Hey.
doing?
Hello.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to hear myself on stream. You might have to mute the stream.
Oh, wait 1 second.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. I
And then
need
my
to have a
camera's all
speaker.
choppy. What's up?
All right, cool. I have my speaker on. All right.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Would you like to introduce yourself? It's a pleasure to find out who 751935 736 is.
Yeah, I had the Twitch account years ago when I moved to America, so I just put on some random number to see if
Yeah,
I can use Twitch. So,
that's awesome.
uh,
And you're like, that's my username now. I
yeah,
expect you to
I'll
sign all
just
of your
take.
work with that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um.
yeah, go for it.
All right. So my name is Han. Currently, I'm a full-time construction worker. I do interior housings, and on my off time, I work on my 3D environments um, in Unreal. Graduated from college a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, on this so-called digital design program. It's kind of those like bullshit design program, just throw student do whatever. So yeah, I found out your Discord channel earlier this year and have been, just learning, observing a lot, also improving a lot. But yeah, it just feels like such a revelation from watching your Discord channel
Mm.
because um, it feels like I'm learning more through that like 2 to 3 months watching the Discord channel than 4 years combined. So yeah,
Oh
these
my
are
God.
some words I'm having right now on Artstation. So yeah,
Dude, that's crazy. Okay, well, I'm glad that you feel that way, like that it's helping that much. That's awesome.
it really is. It really is. Yeah.
Let's how would you like to go through this? So we have four pieces, right?
Um. So yeah, the last one it's on Maya with Arno rendering. I did it
Mhm.
like 2 years ago as almost my first ever attempt trying to put on environment.
Mhm.
But I definitely want to, if like we are short on time, I definitely want to get more critiques on my first three.
Okay.
Um, yeah, maybe you can look on this one as well if I'm improving or not.
Oh, dude, I love this guy. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I do. Oh my god, that I
Yeah, I
love this.
also
This is awesome, dude.
I also didn't know exactly what I was doing, so I just
I mean,
so there
if
was
you were
like
having
some
fun,
yeah.
it's great, right?
Oh yeah, the last one too. The ghost like
Yeah.
falling down. I was like programming like a Maya Mel program, so I can have joints attached to every single vertices, so I can bake that kind of plot simulation falling down, so I can put
Yeah.
it into the game engine. But yeah, this
Dude.
is old new. This is old project like 2 years ago. I
So
hardly recognize it.
I mean, when I look at this work, immediately like it's always kind of cool to look at people's like first 3D because
Yeah.
like you can see what you pay attention to. You can see what the person that starts making 3D is paying attention to. And it looks
Mm,
like you're very like adamant about the detail of like how things are actually built.
mm,
And that's a really good skill or thing to be thinking about because when you like say for example you want to build a building, you can't just build the building because like if you don't go inside of it, why would you pay for all of that geometry and textures and stuff? But like if you know how a building is built or understand enough of it, you can fake it on the outside to give enough impressions that there is an inside. And that's
mm.
what like the all that trickery is. So it's cool to see this. I agree we won't linger on this too long cuz like you're saying it's like quite old, but it's
Yeah.
really interesting to see like the details that you were focused on.
Mm.
Let's okay, so I guess we're looking at the forest fire first.
Okay.
So this is a steady and Unreal Material Shaders Fire VFX. That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he sells a lot of VFS stuff in the on Unreal Marketplace.
Okay. Oh,
So
maybe that's where. Okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So my work is mostly the shaders, not the Fire VFX.
Okay, so you were working on this like embery, burnt tree type of shader.
Yeah, and putting the scene together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, this is pretty cool, man. Oh man, I love these like videos where you can see. Yeah, so okay, so you're doing it through vertex painting. How did you feel about the shader side of things? Because there's people that
I
like
really
shaders,
love
and then yeah,
I
go ahead.
really like building shaders. I really like building shaders because I feel like it's the one time that my like very basic programming knowledge can be applied into building environment.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, this is cool, man. I'm gonna click this and hope things don't explode. All right, cool. No explosions.
No.
Yeah, this is super cool. I I can tell that there's a bit of a localization as to where the fire is happening,
Mm,
um, which is I think is a good call because like what what I'm seeing when I see this type of burn is like this place got scorched already. Like fire just slammed through this. There are
mm,
leaves, which feels a little strange, but
right.
like in this localized area, it feels like anything that's not lit by the little embry material has
Mm,
basically burnt out and is black already. And the only things left are like these really hot sources.
mm,
These places are super dangerous too, because like you could have a dark area like this and it's just got embers waiting below,
yeah.
like under it, and then when you step on it, it pushes enough oxygen into it and it reignites.
Mm,
So you can just be running. You can be running on fire basically.
right.
Overall, it looks really cool though. Um, it's an interesting study as well. Or so when you were doing this, was it just to like you wanted to build an effect, or you wanted a reason to do the ember material, or
Um,
you're like I want to build a forest that's on fire?
yes, that's exactly it. So that was like a school project back in the days.
Mm,
Um, and the project is like building different. So what I got was like building different like natural disasters, and I built a couple more, but I'm really satisfied with this one. So yeah, so I built just building forest fire for building a forest fire. There's nothing
mm.
yeah into it. There's no story. No.
Yeah, I think so. When it comes to the composition, I think it was said in chat. What's up, Shiro? In chat, they said Exile was saying a fallen tree blocking the way would be really nice. So it's like
Mm,
just trying to tell some stories. I mean, you can take
mm,
this into your future projects, but
yeah.
it's really cool. It's interesting. The thumbnail's really intriguing too. You're like, what? What's going on? Something's burning. Okay. I'm not even gonna path to Ling
Yeah,
Yen
very
Temple.
nice, very nice. Yeah.
Would you like to talk about this one?
So this is my college thesis. I took more time finishes after I graduate, but at the time we were trying to design something that's futuristic, but also have some Chinese ink, like almost like an alternative history kind of deal. Like
Hmm.
some like meshing Chinese art style with like futuristic style. So this was one of my attempt to it.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Is this even this image is like the render? I think right because this is really intriguing. Like, I don't know if you did you push the FOV so that it's like really flat feeling.
Yeah, I think it was a very what was it? The focal length was really
Yeah,
high. Yeah.
yeah, and it just kind of flattens out. It's a really cool
Yeah.
effect. You see that a lot in some concepts as well.
Yeah, the focal length was really high, and then the camera was like 5,000 miles away, and just zoom in to crop into that
Yeah,
shot.
dude. Yeah, that's cool, man. Um, okay, I guess with this one, there's a very clear direction which I really like. And then the things that where it just kind of breaks down is missing the medium to small parts, and then how you're
Mm,
dealing with clipping. So like
mm.
I don't know if you can Can you see me highlight the screen with like this green?
Um, yeah, I can see now. Yes.
Okay. So you have like larger shapes like these.
Yeah.
I would put this maybe in the medium. These are like super large, the big rocks in the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Um, okay. But then you've got like a few rocks here. And I think if you could get more of those types of rocks, the medium sized ones, those will
Right.
help you. Let me redo this again. Those will help you with like this edge and this edge and this one. So if you can put those there, and even like when you see the little wood panel or the wood panels, the metal
Mm.
panels, like how they clip through the ground, you just
Yeah.
need some type of either rock props or a combination of like smaller rocks and decals and stuff to just kind of break up the surfaces.
I see.
And that'll help with like all of that blending. You can see like there's another line here, and it's trying to figure out like, okay, maybe taking one of these bushes and putting that up on this edge to just break it
I
up.
see. I see.
Um, yeah, dude, if there was a bush behind this rock, it would help separate or give some distance between this part and this part.
Mm.
There's all this layering. Like you're doing it here. This is really nice. And I actually I feel like if you framed it maybe like this, it's still pretty wide. But I feel like this is really intriguing looking.
Right.
And it still leads you up this way. It's not centered. It just looks, and you get to see like what are these? Are these like these little they're like a little emissive shrine type things, like they glow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Just some like shrines along the path. Yeah.
This was really cool though. I think the attention to detail was really nice, and it's just those smaller things to like all the foliage that you have in here. It looks like you were using Quixel Bridge. So
Yeah.
maybe these were scanned assets.
Yeah. It's
Awesome.
from I forgot. I
Was
think I
it
pulled it
Mega
out
Scan?
from Speedtree, honestly.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
forgot to
yeah.
put Speedtree on as well. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I just put that in there. But it's
Yeah.
those types of details really soften up the image, and they kind of bring stuff together. And it's only in these like little small areas where it's breaking down a little bit. And just
Mm.
getting those details is going to be really helpful. I kind of
I
want to
see.
see this at night in Unreal 5 cuz like
Yeah,
these are
I
emissives, right?
yeah.
That would look
And this
pretty cool, I think.
yeah, I would I've been trying to finish the project I'm doing right now so I can jump into Unreal 5 already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that on here right now, or are you working on it currently and it's not
I'm working on it currently. I can show you
okay.
a screenshot if we have extra time, but
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, cuz usually I ask you like what you're up to afterwards. So,
mm,
oh man, this is cool. Yeah, so you're really into scale. Like you like to show like large scale, which is really cool.
yeah, I've been realizing it. And
Yeah.
my current project is too large of scale. Like it's kind of getting onto my nerve. It's everything's
Yeah.
way too complicated and large. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess when it comes to that, oh yeah, look, here's you with your shader addiction. Uh, I think so. First of all, this looks pretty cool. It is a little dark, but I
Mm,
think a lot of like what you're trying to do in here is quite difficult to tackle. You have some
mm,
really large emissive surfaces that are far away, and it's
yeah.
like I guess is this baked lighting or is this like real time?
Uh, real time. Yeah, this is
Real.
real time.
Okay. I guess I should say dynamic lighting.
Yeah. Oh,
uh, I mean, it looks really cool though, and I think it's just a matter of like making sense out of things. And the
mm,
thing I think that sticks out the most to me is probably this pattern on the road or this
mm,
walkway. I don't know if it's a road or a walkway.
yeah.
Um,
It's a road.
this is a road, and I guess maybe like sidewalks on the side.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just making sense out of those surfaces. A lot of the times you'll notice that the moment you start to, this sounds so lame, but the moment you start to come up with your own designs and ideas, if you
Mm.
haven't gone through the like this rigorous process of like understanding design from like everything we see around us every day, whenever
Mm.
we go and design stuff, I mean, I'm still doing it too. It's like whenever you go and try and design stuff on your own, if it isn't grounded in some way around design or the understanding of something that you can reference in real life, it quickly becomes non-relatable and you can't like make sense of it. And because of that, it just automatically doesn't feel right. Like
I
this
see.
like this pattern here, I'm not understanding what's going on here. Up here it works a little bit with the railing, but I can't make sense out of like why that's there or what its function is, because everything
Yeah.
we see in real life has a reason for why it's there.
Yeah.
I mean, even trash, right? Trash has a reason for
Yeah.
being there, and it's because it missed the trash can.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is really cool. This looked really ambitious, and I think the way you were approaching it with the kit pieces is probably the best way to go about it, because you want to be able to do a lot with a little. Um, and just I guess with this scale, and it looks like you probably were doing it, the further away it is, the less intricate you have to get. It's more about the
Yeah.
surface and how it reads from a
Yeah.
distance. But cool. Yeah, I guess we could probably just go straight to your to the thing you're working on now, just
Okay. I'll send it.
because now I'm curious.
Yeah. I just, it feels like there's no end to it for how large it is. Let me screenshot. Okay. Should I put it into the portfolio review?
You can put it there if you want. Yeah, it can be
All right.
anywhere. It can be in our chat or it can be in the portfolio review.
All right. So,
Oh, dude, how did I not realize that this is you that's working on this? Yeah, I saw this scene in critiques and was like, "Bro, this is badass. Like it's super cool." But yeah, it's really ambitious. I will totally agree with that.
yeah.
I wonder if it's like, man, that's so difficult because I'm trying to figure out where you could cut it down so that it's not so much work.
Right. Right now, I'm aiming to just like just at least get all the white models into detail model first,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, and then see if I have time to UV and texture everything.
Yeah, you like see if I still have a brain that's functioning
Yeah.
to like, yeah, dude, I totally know how that feels. Um, I wonder if it's like, here, let's see if I can like, if we can screen grab this. I might be able to. I don't know why I'm screen grabbing this. Just copy this. Um, let's see here. I'll go in here. Paste that. Okay, so this is my I guess my suggestions on like
Mm.
how you could uh, de-scope. That's what we call it in the industry, is de-scoping your amount of work you need to
Descope.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
because what you do is like you're like, okay, I want to make all of this stuff. So you figure out what your
Hmm.
scope is, and your scope is like, okay, I need to build this list of assets, and then how many assets are there? What's their complexity? How important are they? You identify how important they are, and then you
Right.
go, okay, the things that aren't important, how long are they going to take me to make? So you put like a rough time guess on each thing. It doesn't
Right.
have to be precise, just kind of close. And then
Yeah.
you can go, okay, if I de-scope this and just cut everything that I don't think I need, how much time would that save me? And you could, that's
Right.
de-scoping. So I think the best way to describe this is like, we're just gonna do this. So I'm not looking at it. Um, so you have this giant arm thing,
Yeah.
and then you have another one over here. And then you have a building here. So right now I don't know what the building is meant for. I don't know what these big arm things are meant for. And
Mm.
the only thing I can relate to is a bridge, and then this building here.
Right.
So with that in mind, holy cow, are there more over here? Dude, there's like 3 more back here. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's fine. They're the same
Yeah, yeah,
models. The ones I
yeah, yeah.
finished,
You're
the ones
just
I
duping it.
haven't
You're like, oh no, no, it's fine. They're unique. I don't. It's like, oh god. Um,
No, they're not unique.
that would be impressive. So, is this like? I guess first, what is this thing? Is this a bridge?
So the arm is the design wise, I'm thinking they are barrier device that protecting the temple at the
Oh, that's
back.
yes.
And then what I'm planning to do to explain that is put some like essentially barrier, those kind of texture floating on the top of the air. So like as some of these devices are currently working, so like there's some like transparent textures on top
Right. So
that's like
you'll like see a
going,
dome, for example.
yeah, like a little bit that goes into the cloud.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that's so is the see, this is the thing where it's like if it gets really difficult to explain, that's when things start to break down. Because like
Mm.
in chat, Panjo's like, dude, that's artillery, bro. It's got to be artillery. Uh,
Yeah.
so like you're telling me it's protecting this structure on the right,
Yeah. Yeah.
which would lead me to believe that the angle needs to be like this giant dome that starts this way. I guess if I
Yeah.
were to highlight the one in the background, it goes round like that.
Yeah.
Super intriguing because like a lot of the times you would expect it to be the other way around. Like when you
Yeah.
see other designs,
I
you'd
want I want
yeah,
them to kind of shoot out those kind of, those
okay,
energy, those barrier,
yeah.
and
So you just have to be able to help people understand it at first
mm,
glance.
mm,
Um, so that's the first thing. At first, I thought it was like the with the angle of them. I thought this was part of the bridge. Like you could easily, like you could take this piece.
yeah,
I don't know if this is gonna. Oh my god, that worked. You could take this piece, and then you could make this part of the bridge,
yeah,
and then you've got your other one, and it's a bridge that opens and closes, like a mechanical, like
right.
crazy
I see what
ramp
you're
type
talking.
of way.
Yeah,
um,
yeah, like a drawbridge.
almost yeah, but it's like articulating, kind of like a bendable spine.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then so if you did that, and then you save this, I don't know, is this a gazebo? What is this?
Yeah, it's a gazebo.
Um, yeah, if you saved the gazebo for another
Mm-hmm.
scene or a different shot,
Mm-hmm.
you would save yourself a ton of time, I think, because you're already trying to describe a bridge and a big structure and then this gazebo space.
I see. I see.
Um, and then I guess the only other thing is like you're getting some pretty strong uh, distance reads. Like I can tell that, like, oh, that's far away. That's good. Like you can read the distance, which is really good. I think given the design and the structural, like these are all architecturally really intriguing. Man, look at this. This is cool. Um, if you could take the clouds and lower them so that they're
Mm-hmm.
actually in the trees,
Right.
and then you
Right.
have these like peaks of the hills and mountains and stuff coming up out of that, it'll
Yeah.
free up a lot of work that you're gonna need to do to like solve things because it'll be in the
I see.
clouds. But it'll
I see.
also give it a very unique feeling, even though this is already quite unique. Like the moment you post a screenshot, I'm like, oh yes, I remember this.
Yeah, that's
But
a while ago. That when I put this in review, it's like 2 months ago.
oh man, dude, for me, a while ago is like a year and a half or something like that. Like it totally takes time to build
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and this scene's
Mm-hmm.
huge. Um, man, if you're building this type of stuff, make sure to show this off. Like, don't just show the only like the render of like the perfect angle of this. Like, go for
Oh
like
yeah,
go for gold.
yeah,
Like this, there's all these little details down here. Is that a rock? And there's like ivy and stuff growing off of the bridge.
yeah, yeah. I was learning speed tree, so
Oh,
I was
nice,
playing around.
dude. That's yeah. This is really cool. But yeah, that's kind of like all I had to say on this. I think.
Yeah,
It's also,
definitely.
let me see if I'm trying to see what happens with saturation and stuff. That's really intriguing. I mean, I'm
Ooh.
looking forward to this. I think we just need to make sure that you don't light yourself on fire trying to make this happen.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a while. Kind of like psychologically, I'm kind of done with this already. So,
Yeah. I mean, if you really feel that, then I would just grab one, like, take the gazebo,
mm,
build a little scene for it to sit on. That'll give you a breather from this. Then you can build
yeah,
this piece and just like post that. Then you can build this bridge with all the trees and stuff and a building.
yeah,
Those are three
yeah,
pieces instead of like
yeah,
trying to make it all happen at once.
yeah. That's kind of how it started. I built a gazebo as a practice
Yeah.
after graduation, and I'm like, now I need a scene to put it in. So I
Yeah.
built, it's more and more towards this thing at the end of the day.
It just kept expanding.
Yeah, it just keeps expanding. Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly how that goes. Yeah, I would just to get a little bit of relief, I would probably just post the gazebo.
Mm,
Find an area to put it in, just like on the ground. Get some trees around it,
mm,
and then finish up the bottom of it, and then post that, and you're good.
mm.
But I really like this scene. It's very intriguing. You don't see stuff like this very often. It doesn't have to be as intense as I think you're making it right now.
I see. I see.
Do you have any
Yeah.
questions that you want to go through? Like
Um,
anything from like portfolios, feedback, any?
so I have the trade which is working construction, so this is only off time for me. I can't work on this for too long. Do
Hmm.
you think, like, as my current portfolio stands on Artstation, is it suitable for me to apply for some junior positions on environment here and there at the States? Or should I finish what I'm working on right now, add that in, and then, start looking for work, basically?
I think so. This senior building, I think if you split it
Mm.
up into those three things
Mm-hmm.
and then post those three things, you should be in a spot to be able to apply. Because I think what
I
you have
see.
right now doesn't show enough to be confident in your abilities yet.
I see.
I, like when someone asks like, "Hey, is my portfolio ready?"
Mm-hmm.
Um, I used to be like, "Oh, just it's not calling out to me yet, or it's not seeing something's not there yet." And
I see.
I think what it is like now when I think about it, because I had to do a bunch of like interviews and stuff recently, and
I see.
looking at tons of portfolios, I think the what it actually is I need to be able to look at your portfolio and sure there's storytelling and like the execution of the work needs to be quite good, but
Mm,
I guess I need to be confident in what you've built that's in your portfolio. I need to be confident that you would be able to do the work that I'm like. You don't know what work I would be asking of you, right? But I
right.
need to feel confident that you'd be able to do the job that I would offer you, for example. So
Right.
like people are like, "Oh, do I need modularity in my portfolio? Like do I need modular kits? Oh, I'm going to build this whole building and be modular." It's like, "Well, if you just want to prove that you can build modular, you could probably just do it with like a fence and like four
Mm-hmm.
fence pieces, and that would be enough to prove to me that you understand how modularity works."
Right.
So it's kind of that balance of stuff. So right now, what I'm seeing is I'm not seeing enough to be confident in like, okay, you could do the juniors position.
Mm,
Exile says he's doing a modular building right now.
yeah.
It's okay, Exile. It's okay. Um, it's funny because I use that example, but it's for whoever is listening post recording or streaming or whatever. Like I feel attacked. Don't feel attacked. Do it if you want to do it. Um, but does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. So,
Okay.
like, for whatever the scene I was working on, I'm working on right now. So, like, split that into smaller pieces that I each showing different elements that I can do or whatever I need to learn to show.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the gazebo, like is probably a good propping exercise slash like material pass.
Mm-hmm.
The bridge is probably a good exercise of showing that you understand how to use tileable textures and build
I
on a
see.
larger scale.
I
And then
see.
also like how do you break up the surface so it doesn't look tileable. And
I
then the
see.
building stuff is just like that can be part of the bridge scene if you want. And then these big arm things for the force field stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would not only build this arm and make it look like it works, but
Yeah.
I would just draw even on paper how the whole system works, like this shield, this force field
Mm-hmm.
system, because then that can support explaining what you're designing. Because then
I see.
you're kind of building not only an asset but like the whole concept of what it is. Those three
Mm-hmm.
things in your portfolio would completely transform your portfolio, I think.
I see. Okay. I see. Thank you very
Cool.
much. That's all
Yeah.
my questions. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm happy you're finding the Discord really useful. There's tons of like awesome people in there, all just
Yeah.
trying to like push to be better.
Yeah, it is really, really useful. My only regrets I didn't find it during my years in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel I mean, if I could afford it, I would have put a giant banner in New York City or something.
Exactly on Times Square.
Yeah, yeah. But
All
yeah,
right, thank you.
don't hesitate to reach out. And
Mhm.
if you post something in critiques and you want some feedback from me or specific people, just tag myself.
I see. Okay.
Awesome,
Thank you
dude.
very much.
Yeah, I'll talk to you
Mhm.
later.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, bye.